Hey guys, this is Stephanie and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Today I'm coming to you with my Monday reads, and I apologize for the glaring that is kind of happening and will happen more. It's super overcast today and I kind of wanted to film upstairs, so this is what we're gonna get. So last week I had quite the ambitious TBR for the week, and per the usual I only got like 2 books read out of 8. I know. I finished The Martian by Andy Weir, and this was hilarious. The movie was funny. I'm gonna probably try and watch the movie this week. I wanted to watch it last week, but it didn't happen. So I'm hopefully gonna watch the movie this week and just remember how funny it was. The book was hilarious. Like, there's some swearing in it, but he does it in such a funny, fun way, and he talks like tech sciencey stuff that's over my head, but at the same time he somehow gets me to understand it. And a cool thing is, my brother-in-law's in the Air Force, and there's a guy that he worked with that actually understood, like, I don't know, NASA science crap. And he actually said that most of the stuff that this guy, Mark Watney, tries on Mars would most likely work, and a lot of it's theoretical. So we haven't actually walked on Mars, so pretty much all this is theory, but he said it's very sound theory and it could actually work. So that's kind of cool too. But I super enjoyed this book. I did give it 5 stars. I liked it. The other book I finished was Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. And this one's just going to glare because it's white. There, you can kind of see it. I think I gave this a 3.0, maybe 3.5. I had a really hard time getting into this. The science stuff was way over my head. I'm putting this down, it's glaring. The science stuff was way over my head, and the kids bothered me quite a bit. Like, the little girl, I just wanted them to feed her to the dinosaurs. She was horrible. She was so whiny. She was like, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I don't want that. I want ice cream. And I'm like, dude, you're getting, like, dinosaurs are trying to eat you, and you're complaining that you want ice cream? Like, what's wrong with you? What world did you grow up in? Clearly not Jurassic World. So I just was, I don't know, irritated by her. I did like the main characters, and they also seemed to kill off quite a few people, which I found it interesting that there are people in the book that they killed off, but they didn't in the movie, and then vice versa, which was interesting to me. And then in the movie, they like gave a love interest, and that wasn't in the book. And they kind of switched the roles of the little kids too. They made them both a little whiny, but they also gave them both some better qualities, where in the book, Timmy had all the good qualities, and Lex, you just, again, want to feed to the raptors. So I did watch the movie this week to kind of compare the two, and I think I like the movie better. Part of it might be because it had that great music to it that I love so much. I could almost hear the music when I was reading the book. And I didn't mind a lot of the changes that they made in the movie as well. And I totally forgot it had Samuel L. Jackson in it. I was like, oh my goodness. Samuel L. Jackson, is that before he was like super famous? I don't remember. So those are the only 2 books that I actually finished this last week. So not an impressive reading week. I did make some progress on Save the Date. I think I read like 4 chapters on that. And my library is gonna let me have it for another 3 weeks. Hooray! And I am a good 75% of the way through My Plain Jane, which is the Jane Eyre, you could say, retelling. And I am definitely enjoying it a heck of a lot more than I do in Jane Eyre. So this version of Jane Eyre actually has ghosts in it, and I'm not gonna ruin much, but she can see ghosts. She's what they call a seer. So there's a ghost that is following her around for probably almost the entire book. And the ghost is basically saying everything that we think the whole book. Like, he just told you to go away, yet he's holding your hand. And he's so up and down. Like, literally yesterday, he's like, you're the kind of girl I could marry. And then today, he's inviting this rich woman over to see if they can get married. Like, what's wrong with this man? And I was like, thank you. Thank you for saying everything I was thinking. I'm really, really enjoying it. I probably will finish it today, I'm guessing, but I'm not 100% sure about that one. And then I didn't get to any of the other books on my list. So yep, that's what I get for trying to read 8 books in 1 week. What was I thinking? So I will probably pick at those books a little this next week, but not a lot, because this next week is the Get Graphic With It Readathon, which I am super duper excited about. I have been looking forward to this for a very long time, probably since the beginning of the year. And I have my stack right here of the 10 books that I have on my TBR, and then I have a stack of 12 books right here, which are not on my TBR, but I just might get to them. You never know. Just wanted to mention them, things like that. I'm going to go through this quickly because I've already filmed my TBR video. I will link it down below so you can check that out. but I'm going to go through these books pretty quickly. This is Wires and Nerve Volume 2 by Marissa Meyer, and this will be my book for over 200 pages. And a side note, if you haven't heard about this readathon, is that we are reading graphic novels and manga, comics, anything with words and pictures, words, things like that is going to qualify. You do the prompts, you read the books, we all do it together. It'll be super fun. My next one I have is Blue Exorcist, and this is for a graphic novel, manga, whatever, in black and white. Boy, there's no glare with that. I have Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Brosh, and this one is for my humorous read. I have Sheets by Brianna Thumler, and this one is my female protagonist. Next, I have Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. I don't think I said that right. And this one takes place in another country. I also have Dreamer by Laura Innes, and this one has blue on it. I have I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young, and this one was on Cat's TBR. I also have Fables, Legends into Exile, which is the first in a series. I have Han Solo, Star Wars by Lou Brooks Vine Oback. And this is one with a cuddle buddy. I'm totally calling Chewbacca as a cuddle buddy, which I will read with a cuddle buddy, which is currently fighting with her other cuddle buddy on the floor. Cuddle buddy. How about that? Where there's one, another will follow. Oh. They're like velociraptors, I tell you. Just lurking. And the last one is to read 10 books, and I have White Sands 2 by Brandon Sanderson. So I've had a few people ask me what book they think I will start with, because I'm just not certain where I'm going to start with. So I'm going to start with one of these three first. I'm probably going to read all of them today. First one is I Hate Fairyland. I don't know what it's about, but it sounds funny, so I think I would enjoy it. The Dreamer, which also sounds fun and funny, and I'm looking forward. I don't know what she's doing in my head. Looking forward to that. And the second, Wires and Nerve, I very much wanted to read this one for probably the last like 7 or 8 months, so I might be reading this one first too. And then these would be the other stack of books that I have. So I have such a hard time keeping a TBR, I really do, that I have these other books that also interest me and that I might read as well. I did get from my library Death Note, which is a manga about a guy who basically gets hold of Death's notebook and can kill people by writing their names in there. Got from my Hallstrong Female Protagonist by Brianne Lee Mulligan, which it just, boy, you really can't see that. There we go. It just sounds funny. Like, it just sounds humorous, and there's a second one too. I also grabbed V for Vendetta because the movie is based on the graphic novel, so I was like, okay, I might read that one. Who knows? I also might start with the first Gem and the Holograms graphic novel. I have the second Fables in here in case I decide I really like it. I have Legend of Wonder Woman Origins, which this one interested me. I'm just a fan of Wonder Woman, to be honest. I heard about this one on BookTube and heard it was very, very good. So I might pick that one up too. And then my library gave me Monstrous. I think it's the first 5 or 6, and I don't know exactly what this is about, but it was highly recommended to me on BookTube when I was asking for referrals for manga and graphic novels. This one came up, so I might give this one a shot. I got the second I Hate Fairyland in case I really like the first, and the second Dreamer in case I like the first. And to tickle my funny bone, I have Hark a Vagrant by Kate Beaton, and this is one that I got, I think, for Christmas. And I just haven't read it yet, but it is like funny things about historical figures, basically. I also might pick up The Thrilling Adventures of Lovelace and Babbage by Sydney Pada. And this is just a beautiful one that I got, again, for Christmas, and I absolutely want to read this one. I'm not certain if I'm going to get to it during the graphic novel readathon, but I added it to my stack because who knows? Who knows? And the last one I have is My Favorite Thing is Monsters by Emile Ferris. I have talked about this one extensively, so I'm not going to get into it much more. But I do want to get to it for this readathon. I have been saving it, and it is gorgeous. So that is it. I have books all over my lap here, and they're all books that I really want to read. So I'm super excited about the graphic novel readathon. Also go check out my other hosts and their channels. I have Kat with Brews and Reviews, and I have April with April Sarah, and I will have all that information linked down below. And I have an absurd amount of books that I would like to read. I do not think I'm going to get 22 books, even 22 graphic novels read this week. If you have read any of these or you have thoughts about them, by all means, please comment those down below. If there's one of these books you think I absolutely need to read during this readathon, please comment that down below too, and I will be taking that into consideration. And please participate. I will be doing a daily video of sorts throughout the readathon, so I'll wrap up my Monday. You'll see that on Tuesday. You'll see Tuesdays on Wednesdays, and so on and so forth. I don't know if I'll have a lot of time to bring you guys around with me when I'm working out and all that kind of stuff, but we'll see what I can paste together. It might just be an end of day wrap up. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you for participating in the Readathon. Don't forget about our giveaway we have. Again, all the information for the giveaway and the RaffleCopter will also be linked down below. So check out all the stuff I have down below. Read graphic novels this week. Participate because this is going to be so much fun. I'm super, super, super excited. Don't forget to like.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And I will have a video for you guys up tomorrow, and I'll just see you then. Goodbye.